When I was 12 years old, or 11 years old, I was at an art show, and it was either the Seattle Art Museum or the Bellevue Art Museum. And it was a life retrospective of a gentleman from his sketches he had made as a little kid and notes to and from his mommy and daddy, to his realism period, his post-impressionistic period, his absurdist period, his realistic period, his blue period, to the sketches he made on his deathbed, dying of cancer in his 70s. And all the little notes and pieces of his life laid out in this amazing slice of what it's like to be a human. And I made a decision at the age of 11 that I wanted to do something like that with my life. By the time I was 12, I made the decision it was going to be sexuality, because I was starting to develop my sexuality. I've been recording my sexuality for 15 years now. From journal entries to love letters to poetry to photographs to videos to oil paintings painted by other people. So I don't know if I'm the right person to ask how sexuality is changed by being in front of the camera, because the act of being an artist and having this be one of my life projects that I'm only 15 years into. I'm going to give it at least another 15 before I display. That if I've been doing this all along, has my sexuality even evolved in a way that it would have evolved otherwise? I would say no. Because I have been willing, since I was going to record it anyway, I've been willing to let different things happen sexually in my life for the experience of it. But is that true? Have I let the project dictate what my sexuality would be? Or have I always been a sexually adventurous person? I've always been an adventurous person. I was always the one climbing rocks and climbing trees and in campfire and Girl Scouts and kayaking across 13 islands at the age of 10 and things like that. I was always that kid. So I don't know which came first, the project or the willingness to change sexuality in front of the lens. I know that when no one's watching, I do many of the same things. But at the same time, a camera gives me permission to do the things that I want to be a little bit more exhibitionistic about. Having been in porn on and off for over almost 7 years now, happy birthday to me, for about 7 years now, I know that I have let myself do things that I have fantasized about, but would never have brought up to my lover or play partner, that I wouldn't have been able to have the voice easily to say, yeah, an enema would be fun, with then jerking off. And I wouldn't have said that necessarily, because I'm too concerned about that if I say something wrong to my partner, they'll go, oh, no, they're too crazy, they're too adventurous, they're too whatever. I can't risk that. But I can write in porn that I'm turned on by something. I can do something in a video, and if my partner says, oh, wow, that really didn't do it for me, I never want to do that, I can say, oh, yeah, it was just a work project. I have an out. It's an excuse. I don't have to risk my emotions with my sexual exploration. Because what if you really decide that, oh my God, fuzzy bunny slippers really do it for me, and that's really hot, and you turn to your partner and go, oh my God, won't you please just fuck me once with these really hot bunny slippers, and they look at you and laugh. Will you ever want to risk sexually again with that same person? Or will it take you a year before you're willing to say, can we try something different? Because if your partner turns to you and says something that you consider really absurd, will they be willing to tell you other things too? I've had a partner who a number of years ago, who did that kind of thing, who basically would, laugh and say, haha, that was really funny, yeah. And after about a year of that, you just stop sharing. With the camera, there's a degree of anonymity that I can share almost anything. And what's the worst that's going to happen? Somebody on a forum says, I don't know, that's really not my cup of tea. And I go, okay, Joe Bob Joe in Nebraska, you go, you. Find your own sexuality there and you dare to share it with us. You put yourself out there, because I know that by the act of me putting myself out there, somebody at home is going to go, I'm not the only one. Or, wow, that was a little different. Or, wow, that was even freakier than what my weird fantasies are. I guess it's okay to share that weird fantasy with my loved one. If she can do that really freaky, fucked up thing, if he can do that really hot, amazingly dirty thing, maybe I can do something that I fantasize about too.